All right, back down to earth. That's the player who the week before had a great week,
Yeah.
finished in top 5, top 10, at least at his position. And we're predicting that in the current week, they don't do so well. They finished like outside the top 12. They're not respectable scoring points. Last week, what'd you have?
Last week, my back down to earth player was Brandon Pettigrew, and indeed, he fell back down to earth like a rock.
What do you do?
4 catches for 31 yards, no TDs, and they didn't even use him in the end around, which they never do. So I just thought I'd throw that in there for fun. Anyway,
Because you wanted to say end around?
whoa, hey. This week, I'm sticking with the tight ends here. Heath Miller. It's coming back. I know that
He scored a touchdown last
he
week,
scored
right?
a touchdown a few yards last week, and Big Ben has been pretty prolific lately. They're playing the Patriots. They are at home. It actually could go either way, but I'm calling it down to earth. That's why I stand.
Solid limb you got there.
There you have it.
All right, back down to earth. Last week, speaking of bad calls, not that yours. Okay, I said Jimmy Graham against the Colts was going to be back down to earth because the Colts were 6th in the league against tight ends.
Ooh, the Colts.
That's just a pathetic call on my part. I apologize. Hopefully you didn't bench him, and if you did, you're an idiot. Even more so for listening to me.
Yeah.
Graham led all tight ends last week with like 17 points. And I already said this, but speaking of pathetic, I just want to say it one more time, the Colts. Really?
Wow.
Really? Double dipping right now.
Yeah.
All right, this week, back down to earth, Tim Tebow. I love this guy as a football player. He's in the 4 starts he's had, he's finished in the top 5, I think, every time.
Okay.
Love this guy. But this week against the Lions, I think he's ranked 10th or 11th this week, at least on the ESPN. And I think they're right. I think he finishes out of the top 10. I wouldn't say probably 12th or 13th. The Lions only give up 10 points to QBs.
Interesting.
And they give up even less points they give up a lot of points running to running backs, but they don't let a lot of people score on them.
Okay.
Running backs. So I think Tebow's back down to earth. I think he only finishes with maybe 12, 13 points.
Interesting. I kind of like the call. However, I do have to say, I think that as we get more and more recorded games on Tebow, that teams will figure out a way to neutralize him. They found ways to at least contain other quarterbacks of his nature.
Michael Vick last year.
And I think his time is coming, and we saw the first 55 minutes of that game. People, come on.
Oh.
The last 5 were obviously pretty spectacular. Jury's still out. I'm saying I have doubt.
In the last 5 minutes, he finished in the top 5 last week. That was pretty impressive.
Not convinced, so we'll see.
Good luck.